Blackpool, their chairman Owen Oyston is alongside me. Mr. Oyston, it really does look an exciting development you've got at Blackpool. Just tell us something about it.
Well, basically, it stems from the fact that football is the economics of madness. And you use a stadium 25, 30 times a year, and the rest of the year it just remains empty. So I'm building something that can be used all the year round, 356 days, and bring a lot of people to Blackpool. Hotel forms an integral part of the development. We have a terrific health club. We have all kinds of facilities, a supermarket. We have 17 fast food outlets. And it will be a venue for conferences, exhibitions, every kind of concert you can think of, and all types of sport. But most importantly, it will support Blackpool Football Club to get there to that Premier Division place one day.
When will it be finished?
Well, it will take 2 years from the day we start, and without the help of the council, the people of Blackpool, the business community, we couldn't have done it. And I'd like to think that in Brighton they'll recognise that we have a very similar venue, and you could do exactly the same thing there. So you could bring people to Brighton to this development, winter and summer, and the business community, of course, would benefit from that, the council would benefit from that, the people of Brighton would benefit from that, and the football club in particular. So there's a special opportunity for Brighton, and we've taken advantage of that in Blackpool, and we're driving forward, and hopefully we'll start building in the early part of next year.
It is exciting. I know you've recommended it to a few people here at Brighton already. Just one final word, because there is a meeting this week of First Division clubs in Leicester. On the agenda, I think, will be the talk once again of a breakaway. That must concern clubs outside the First Division like yourselves.
Well, I think it's really sad that the whole industry seems to be falling apart. And if they form another Premier Division, call it by any other name, it's got to be a disaster. I mean, what will happen to the second and third divisions? And indeed, the First Division needs the second and third divisions, just as the Premier Division needs the lower divisions. Without them, where the tried and tested, experienced football is going to come from? But apart from that, the money is just going up to the top echelon, and there's nothing coming down to the lower clubs, and that's got to be bad for football. So I would ask those chairmen of the First Division who are meeting to think again and stay with it until we get it right as a league, rather than break away.
That's on the agenda this week then. Thanks very much to Mr. Oyston. Thanks for Brighton as well for having us. A lot more on their stadium search coming up, I'm sure, in the weeks ahead. We're back next week. Join us then. Bye-bye.
Two unrivaled, really. Blackpool against Crewe, both in the top three. Crewe unbeaten for 22 games before today. It lived up to all expectations. Classy, competitive. Blackpool shading it. Jim again.
Crewe's tendency to overpass in the early stages of Bloomfield Road allowed the Seasiders opportunities to win possession, and they didn't hang about. Blackpool were far more direct in and around goal, with, as you'd expect, Ellis, and in this case Priest, on the end of most of their good work.